Ausx Open prep, or at least was. That is the caption from the recent post, or most recent post, of Haiden Deegan's Instagram, along with this video that you'll see here. And that was from him, obviously, prep riding or training for the Ausx Open. Now, if you're following the rumors, if you're believing on anything that's going on, apparently the Lawrence brothers or whoever is associated with them have quote unquote banned Haiden Deegan from the Ausx Open. Popomex or Steve Mathis was asked Steve's thoughts on the Lawrence brothers banning Haiden from going to Ausx Open, and his response was, quote, "It takes two things to make that happen. Them to ask the promoters to agree, so I don't see an issue. This goes back to the USA thing on Podium 2 years ago. Lawrence family was pissed then. I took heat for it, but Brian admitted Iron Man, it was all for show." Obviously, that is the podium where Deegan was going around with the American flag and, chanting USA, 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 which I have no problem with. Like, whatever. If the Lawrences won, you could go Australia, 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 whatever. It's patriotism, whatever you want to call it. But it's one of those funny things that it cannot be true. If the Lawrences have enough, I mean, obviously they are the golden boy, especially Jet, the golden boys of Honda and of Australia. That's going to be the thing, if they've got enough pull though, or enough clout or whatever, to where they can say, hey, promoters, we don't want Haiden Deegan racing here. And if you're a promoter and you go, sure, that sounds like a good idea, that is absolutely ridiculous on their part. I mean, you think about the draw that would have of having Haiden Deegan down there racing. He's one of the, you got to say, whether you love him or hate him, and you are on one side or the other, there is no in between with that. He is one of the biggest stars in this sport at the moment, whether it's competitive side or just the social media side. He is massive. And as a promoter, that is how you make money. You bring in as many fans, you bring in as much publicity, as much, as many eyes on what you're trying to make money on as possible. And if this is the thing, if you're going to sit there and say, you could use this Deegan versus the Lawrences, USA versus Australia, whatever you want to promote it as, it would be massive money. Ticket sales, merch sales, whatever you want to call it. And if you're going to sit there and take this as, hey, yeah, Lawrence's or whoever is attached to you, yeah, you said you don't want Haiden Deegan racing down here. Sure. It's got to be, there's no way. It's just the amount of money you're losing from this. I mean, granted, it's going to be PR in general. If this is true, Ausx is going to get, or is going to get a ton of publicity from this, whether it's one way or the other. And if it comes out to be true, there's going to be a shitload of boos for the Lawrences, even more than they already got at A1. You're going to have the Deegan fans just all over the place, whatever you want, whatever side you fall on that. I cannot believe that this would be a thing that if you're in a business to make money, that you would ever choose to ban someone or tell someone, no, you cannot come race here because somebody else said you can't. It's such a ridiculous claim that it could very well be true. They could have that kind of pull in Australia with, this kind of money and some sort of contractual clause. Hey, we're going to be huge. We have a ton of fans down here. I'm only going to race if I can say XYZ can and or cannot race. And if that's in that clause, then I mean, they have a right to do it. And whoever gave them that clause is an absolute smooth brain person, but whatever. So this is where I want to ask a question of you guys. One, what do you think of this situation if it's true? Let's say, just hypothetically, it is true. What do you think of it? And also from the promoter side, how dumb do you think they are to cut off that sort of fan base, that sort of money that they could get? Or whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Who do you think is going to win A1? Whatever it is, comment down below. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really does help me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.